Hello guys, and welcome to episode 5 of my Total War Saga Thrones of Britannia playthrough, playing as East Engle on very hard difficulty. Today what we're going to be doing is probably going to war with West Sax. Now they do have quite a lot of vassal kingdoms. They have Kent here, and they also have this one down here, which is Sussex. So we're going to have to be a little bit worried about those on top of the West Sax armies, because as you can see we have Alfred here with his 15 men. There's also Aethwald, who has another 20 stack. Then each of these vassals will probably have a 20 stack of their own. So we've got a lot of thinking to do as to how we're going to go about this sort of war. But I think initially it's just going to be trying to single out these armies and then push into enemy land. But we'll see how it goes. I believe everything was done for this turn. We've done our movement already. We had the development in melee specialists, which was nice. Doesn't allow us to upgrade anything as such just yet. But in general our happiness is good. We've sorted out public order across the board. The majority of our generals are quite high loyalty, so that's good as well. But let's move on to the next turn. We'll see where West Sax go. Oh, they moved a 15 stack right next to London. So I guess we'll attack them. They are pretty much inviting me to. That is a 20 stack versus a 15 stack. We'll probably have the garrison to back us up as well. Awesome. Not entirely sure what those guys are doing. But I'm surprised that the AI has just kind of sat on top of me there. Maybe they're provoking me to attack them. Who knows? Another path to glory. The King of Dyflin is expanding his territory, though not by the usual means. He has managed to take control of Brega, the independent territory to the north, without having to mount a full-scale invasion. Perhaps there was a little raiding just to soften the enemy up, but in the end, some talk, some money, and the threat of further violence were enough to secure lands. That is over here in Ireland. Right, that doesn't really affect us. Right, foreign trespasser, they are dead. Declare war on West Sax. They're going to have a lot of vassals coming to their aid. Oh, they have a lot of vassals. I knew they had a few, but I didn't realise they had these ones in Wales as well. Maybe they're just their allies. That is a lot of dudes. Holy. Well, we got to do it at some point. So off we go. Going to be an interesting battle. We're backed up by the settlement. They have Thanes, Sax warriors, long axemen, archers, javelin men, scout horsemen, and of course Alfred himself. Now our Thane horsemen should defeat their scout horsemen quite handily. Our Anglian raiders and sword herdmen should destroy the majority of their infantry, so I think we're in for a pretty simple battle, but we are going to take this onto the battle map. So Guthrum here, 46 versus Alfred, who is 32 years of age. All these guys fought many times in the past, but here we are once again. Now there is a river in our way. I wonder if that will affect how well this battle goes, but if they try and block us on the other side, we have more ranged forces than they do at a longer range. We'll want to wait to utilise those archers, and here we go. Oh, look at our beautiful forces. So these are our sword herdmen, but the Warlord's companions really just being the best of the bunch. They are going to be deployed near this bridge, but Alfred has put himself all the way to one side, probably going to try and cross a fjord over here. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I think maybe we just have our spearmen be the front line, absorb the charge, and then we can have our other forces behind. Like so. We'll want to have our archers near the front, so those guys can be there. We'll want to keep our cav probably back. I might keep one in here. We'll keep one in here. Guthrum needs to come forwards with us, and we need to keep a concentrated force. Okay, let's go ahead and start the battle. Right, what we want to do is kind of move up like so. You're probably more like so. And then have these guys like so on the flanks. Then we want to have our archers move up and attack their archers. Okay, we've got reinforcements coming in over here. They can come in on the flank. We'll just have them wander over there. Right, let's put these guys into Shield Castle. And we're going to attack their archers with our own. These guys need to go into that as well. Okay, good stuff. It looks like that shield block chance isn't really making much of a difference, but hopefully we can hit their archers. Yeah, we've done a lot of damage. That's good. And if we can win the skirmisher war, then they're going to be forced to come across the bridge to us, which is definitely what we want to see. Okay, they're scout horsemen. We need to turn off skirmish on these because they should be safe to stand on the sides. I just need to make sure that I do have a couple more men to back these lot up. Okay, let's make sure we attack their horsemen. Good. And we need to make sure we're attacking their archers still. I might have this one attack there. Actually, that one can attack the archers since they're in range. Those guys can attack the scout horsemen on that side. This is going to become very, very ugly for them. We do need to be careful of these guys coming across. Where's Alfred? He's coming back. Okay. These guys are just walking, that's fine. Need to make sure that we kill off their archers best we can. And then we can focus on the mid here. Let's just charge in from this side. Might get my Anglian raiders involved as well. These guys can probably go into... I was going to say they could go into the blocking formation there, but I don't think they can. I don't know why these guys are always running away. Oh, we turned off fire at will, not skirmish on those, which makes sense. Okay. I'm surprised how ineffective my archers are though. You'd think they'd do more damage, but either way. Here we go. Get our bowmen now into position. Those ones can kill there. That's fine. Get those men into the engagement. Just got to hold them around this bridge, and we're attacking them from multiple sides. That's all we need to do. Let's have Guthrum get close to provide that extra morale. And speaking of morale, we do want to put our rally down. Ooh, look at that. fire coming in there. Nice. Can we put these onto like flaming shot? They have really good shots into the back of those.
Our general is under attack.
Yeah, let's put him into shield castle.
The battle is turning in our favor. Spearmen! Archers! State your orders! Raiders!
Okay, what's the benefit of using those? You just get minus morale. Okay, so we probably only need like one using those. The others can use standard shot. And what we're going to do is have these two guys attack their archers again. Alright, these guys should probably start running. We could really use them to cut them off on the other side of the bridge when they start routing.
They flee before our might. Ready for war. Archers!
Come on, archers, get the job done. Nice. Doing a lot of damage there.
Men have lost that now.
Now let's focus on Alfred. I'm taking a lot of damage on our initial forces here, but I mean, honestly, our casualties are minimal compared to theirs. We haven't even used our horsemen yet. Speaking of which, I could probably just get my horsemen to go across the fjords on the flanks, if we can. I don't know if we... I think the only fjord is on the left side, actually. Never mind, I don't think there's a single fjord on this map that they can actually travel across. We have a pretty big advantage, actually, with these chaps. We've got them cornered on this bridge here. We've still got plenty of ammunition. I want a couple of spearmen to go and attack those. The rest need to come to the bridge. They are going to be pretty tired by the time they get there, but it's fine. Oh, Alfred's taken a lot of damage. He's down to 33 men. We've got 28 men, 27 men. Wow. Chunked his general unit there. This has been a very good battle for us. The horse is still taking a lot of damage from those archer volleys. So these guys just line up across the back here.
The enemy general is dead.
Oh well, goodbye Alfred. You are officially dead. Now I'm wondering if that just wounds him, or whether or not it actually kills him. I really just want to run them down if I can. Let's get Guthrum involved. Our king must not be a coward. He needs to get himself some kills if he can. Look at them having to try and push through there. Done off skirmish mode. I think I might even have this guy just come and run across the bridge. These archers should probably focus on the men that are left. What a massacre this has been, though. Ideally, I would have had them surrounded off the bridge, but it's worked out this way nonetheless. And I think that Guthrum's now involved. He will be able to slaughter a lot of the ones who are left. We now have like our men coming on the bridge from the other direction as well, so we can just slaughter them. Those guys just got killed off there. Wow. Alright, so it's just a matter of cleaning them up, and that was a pretty damn successful battle. Mainly thanks to this bridge. I was a bit concerned about friendly fire, so we might just be wary of that. Stop these guys from firing. Okay, let's just speed it up as we kill off everyone who is left on this bridge. Brilliant. That's it. And the battle there. Decisive victory. 675 losses. We killed 1,722 of theirs. Is Alfred dead? If he is, then that could throw West Sax into turmoil, which would definitely help us conquer the rest of it. Right, we want to take on warriors. And Alfred has indeed been killed. We got him, boys. We got him.
We'll see this.
So I wanted to improve the Here King army there after that battle by taking on the men. Also, of course, helps our replenishment, so that's great. Guthrum, though, has now increased in rank. I think we're going to go towards champion. The +2 command would be really nice. Just make him have a really nice retinue. The other thing we could go for is Quartermaster. I think campaign map movement range will definitely help us out. So let's get Quartermaster for now. That's good. Okay, and with that, we can go and occupy. I'm thinking Herofekester over here. We're going to want to destroy Kent if we can. I might just leave these guys defensive in London. We can definitely kit him out with some decent forces.
My warriors are ready.
Or what we could do is raid. No, I think we just want to occupy, right? These guys are going to get back in London. We are going to send Guthrum to go towards Kent. Now this means we won't get any reinforcements or replenishment. But if this army comes out to attack us, I think that's the best bet. This guy's still only 2, which is fine. I don't think it's going to get worse anytime soon. And what I'm going to do here is actually start to upgrade the forge at Colnicaster. It does reduce our overall income, but I think since we've kind of got to the cap of our units, it'd be better to upgrade the units we currently have than build more. So let's try and get that built. 3 turns until our next technology is finished as well, which gives us +15 melee skill for sword and axe infantry units in all armies, which is a massive buff. So Wessex didn't really do anything that was super scary. But now their leader is dead, I think they are definitely going to suffer from like a civil war or something. This army is going to attack us, and that's kind of what I was hoping for, as it will allow us to destroy Kent, which is important for reducing the overall forces that West Sax will have. So what I mean by that is, in Total War, generally, like when you have lots of vassals, they all have 20 stacks, like even though they only control like one province, and it's really annoying. So removing those early on is definitely the way to go about it. Unfortunately here, a lot of our elite infantry is still relatively healthy, so I'm pretty sure we should be able to make this work. Let's go ahead and manually fight this battle. Alright, here we are. It is foggy. Guess that's fine. We're going to probably want to back up onto this hill a bit, since it's a nice hill actually. Let's have our Saul Spearmen up in front in the mid here. Probably going to have my Axemen sort of behind them. We'll let them take the brunt of the damage, those damaged units, and then we'll have these guys just run in and help them out. On the flanks of those, we'll have a Sword Herdman, and we'll have a Sword Spearman. Okay. Then we want our archers probably just behind those, with skirmish mode off. Our horsemen on the flanks. These are pretty damn good horsemen, so just need to make sure that I do use them to prevent flanking maneuvers. A general can kind of stay at the back, probably get involved in the mid relatively early on. I'm not sure quite what I want to do with my long axemen. Honestly, I'm very tempted to have them in the mid actually. Maybe put them into like wedge. And then just charge them into the enemy once the battle has begun.
Where's the fight?
Then the rest of these troops can be just used for the flanks. So Axemen and Shield Biters. Oh, these Shield Biters, they're very elite. They are, I think, only an 80-man unit. But yeah, definitely some elite forces there. Okay, that'll do. That's going to be our formation. Let's start the battle.
Charge to the rear of an enemy formation can be devastating. Keep your cavalry in reserve, and then hammer the flank or rear of the enemy approaches.
Right, let's lock this group.
Form up, warriors.
And we will shift it slightly because I don't think we're quite at the right angle to take them. And we'll speed it up. I'm going to take them out of that group as well. Oh, do not want to do that. Cancel that order. That was almost very bad. They've got some scout horsemen on this side. They've got 2 units on the other side. The rest of their forces are kind of just militia for the most part. You got like Sword Spearmen, Sword Axemen, whereas at least we have some Anglian raiders and Guthrum, who is an absolute boss. They do of course have their royal companions behind their leader here, called Ini or Ein. I don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah, they're looking cool nonetheless. I like our formation though. Hopefully it will work out, because they are kind of spreading out quite wide. And again, I think they're just sending a few units either side to maybe try and flank. The majority of their forces are coming towards the mid. So it's just a waiting game at the moment. Here they come. Let's have my horsemen charge theirs. Alright, I'm not sure exactly where my guys are shooting. It looks like we're focusing their archers, which is fine. We've done a lot of damage to those horsemen. They've broken off, so let's break back. They've actually ran entirely. Okay. Their archers are just dead. It's fine. We've won on the other flank, I think, as well. Oh, actually, no, we haven't. It's Thane Horseman versus Thane Horseman. Okay, this is not Scout Horseman. Right, with them engaging, time to get our men to charge forwards. We want to try and meet them. Alright, let's get our men in there. Beautiful, take them out of wedge. Alright, Scout Horseman should be fine. Our Thane Horseman might lose to theirs, so I might have to turn some archers to the side and help out there. But my plan here is maybe just try and hold them in the mid. I might even get my general involved. And then try and flank them. Oh, saying that. Wow. We've already done a ton of damage. That's crazy. Let's have my spearmen line up again. I'm actually going to have these guys come back. Okay. So we already broke the first charge. That's really good. Right, we've destroyed their cav on the left flank. On the right flank here, we're in a bit of trouble. Let's get my archers to help out. Right, time to charge back in. Yeah, so we want these guys on this flank to sort of start pushing round. My Thane Horseman got wrecked there, which is unfortunate. On here, we're going to move up to their flank. I'm just a little bit concerned about what all these are doing. In the mid, though, we broke them. That's good. My spearman broke on that left flank. It's fine. Just need to keep our archers onto those horsemen. It's been a very interesting battle so far, actually. My spearmen just lining up behind. I guess we'll just keep them reserved now. And we'll have Guthrum get involved with these spearmen. We should be able to kill them off quite nicely. I think what I'm going to do here... actually, I probably don't want to go into the face of those javelin men. Let's have our archers kill their javelin men.
See, they flee before our might.
Guthrum, do not get ahead of yourself, please. I like how they cheer like mid-fight, as if it's over. Right, let's just get into those horsemen there. We'll have these guys get forwards and get involved. Yeah, I think it's finally time to just pile into the meat grinder, and maybe if we get them on the flanks here a little bit, we'll be okay. We've still got some horsemen that we can use, so let's bring them around. Actually, let's just charge into these guys if we can catch them. That would be good. Our general needs to get involved here, and what we need to do is rally these guys. Since I think my spearmen will be suffering a little bit. Don't want to get our archers involved like so. Okay, I guess what I can do is just have my horsemen run down the rest of those javelin men. And what we'll do is have these sword herdmen come into the back of these guys on the left flank. I crushed their cavalry here, which is great. Now it's time to come into the back of their units here. These are two very healthy units on the flanks. We have done very well to keep them alive so far. The Thane horsemen are definitely running down a lot of units. We can go straight into these javelin men actually. That's a really good shout. Take out those. Breaking the left flank. This has been a very solid battle. Other than losing my Thane horsemen to theirs, I think we're in a really good position here. Because now we can bring all of these guys on the left flank around to the mid. I mean, if we haven't already broken them already, because it's looking good so far. Just get rid of those archers. My archers are actually getting involved in melee, I think, which isn't something that I had intended, but oh well. Just continue to run them down. Those guys in there. Our leader needs to get involved as well. Their leader's actually holding relatively strong. Just charge into the back of those axemen there. Kill them off. My archers probably need to come over to this left side. Probably focus on the Royal Companions. Nice, those axemen are broken.
They flee before our might.
Okay, they've ran. Just stop them firing. Now it's just a matter of cleaning them all up. Let's go, boys. Oh, look at them all sweep in there. Oh, man. Yeah, they are getting steamrolled. Should find and kill their general if we can. Again, causing more instability to the opponent would be a good idea. Is the last guy alive, their general? Oh, we must have already killed him in the battle. Because otherwise surely it would have popped up with a message telling us. Maybe we don't know. Oh well. That's plenty of damage done. And I think we'll end the battle there for a decisive victory. So 2 very large stacks killed. We only lost 473 that time and killed 2,356. The quality of their troops was considerably worse than that Alfred had. But still, really, really nice battle there. Let's kill the army entirely. Take on those warriors, thank you very much. 14% that was. Really, really nice. I'm tempted to just go straight for their main settlement. Just wipe out Kent entirely. Enemy killed in battle. Nice. Yeah, we can get all the way to Cantwaraburg. No. And if I attack the general outside it, we might be able to draw out the garrison, which would be nice.
By no means.
But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So we had a couple of considerable battles. We've obviously taken on West Saxe here. We've defeated Alfred. And that's going to cause them a lot of instability. Next time around, we'll take Cantwaraburg off them. And then from there, I should have enough food to support a full army at London, where we'll recruit ourselves some Huskars and some Anglian raiders and some more archers for this army. And yeah, it should definitely improve our chances in this war. We just really needed to get off to a good start. Otherwise, we will just lose because they would just, all of the vassals would just swarm us and we'd die. But yeah, really, really good job. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.